Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Yes, sorry. I know I've not been here for some while, but mm, some one, two here and there, and there've been a lot of things recently, a lot of PR. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but that's what I'm just here to tell you some funny little things, and we'll see it all together. We'll see it all together. Um, some things about Enzo Fernandez, some things about Marco Kurela, Malo Gusto. I don't know if I have everything, but I will try to see and probably maybe you will see from my screen because I think I fixed my OBS to some good points where we can all like look at some things together. And if I don't find it, we'll just search together and then we'll see. Uh, yes, let's jump right into it because I'm not sure there's any need in waiting or there's any need in stopping. First of all, let me show you this first. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to show videos, but I don't care. I don't care. So yes, guess who is back? Guess who is back? Yes, Mikhailo Modric is back, and you see from that insane shots. That's what insane shots that he's making. Like when you play football, you know the difficulty in the angles of the shot is taken. But yeah, that's one thing just to make us happy. But I'm sorry if my video is keeping a little bit. Uh, there's still a little bit of that thing that you still need to fix, even though you fix some things. But yeah, just listen to my voice and get along with me. Just, just hear what Chelsea people are doing. Just try to understand what Chelsea people are doing. So now, it was international break, and actually the international break has ended. And I'm sorry, I'm just coming out now since the international break just ended. But the international break just ended, and during the international break, a lot of players obviously in their hometown. This is the time for them to say a lot of things, to come out, be in a free space, be a little bit in a free world, and express themselves, tell like what do I feel about my club, how am I, what's my future at the club, and things like that. But obviously, it's their free time to speak and stuff like that. Knowing that it's their free time to speak, is what everyone wanted of most players to do. Now, there are some things that you can say, oh yes, like maybe he shouldn't have gone that far. But me personally, I'm in support of him, and I don't even think he did anything wrong. So literally, let me just show you what he said. Let me just show you what he said. So he went on a live stream, right? He went on a live stream and he said, Mr. Fernandez was asked, which other city would you like to live in? And then he said, Madrid. I like Madrid very much. It's similar to Buenos Aires. I think Buenos Aires is like the place where he comes from or where he used to live or something before he's like where he used to live. And he literally just said it's similar to Buenos Aires. He would like to live in Madrid. Um, it's kind of like telling that he wants to go to Madrid, like he's not happy with the club. I know a lot of people will say like that, but let's be frank with ourselves. There are sometimes they will ask you, especially me as a Nigerian, as you know, green, white, green. Where do I like to live? Obviously, I'm not saying Lagos. Neither am I saying Port Harcourt or something. I would like to live in some island where there's like nice food, nice everything, and just living life and enjoying just like that. Like, who doesn't like nice places, like nice enjoyment and stuff like that? But yeah, it later escalated what he said. It's escalated to the point where right now the club is saying a lot of things. They are bringing on a lot of PR about Enzo Fernandez, even relating it back to when he was in the box, when he was like caught doing some racism chants, which yeah, I'm not in line together with that because we have to say no to racism. It's not a good thing. But still, they did not discipline him at that time. You cannot come and throw him under the bus just because he's saying he's not happy at the club or just because he's trying to dance to the tune of Madrid. You cannot begin to throw him under the bus since before back then. I think it was like last year, before the beginning of this season or something like that. Yeah, like early last year, and they literally did not do anything to him, and then they still gave him the captain's armband. Like they only said he came out to apologize to his group mate and stuff like that. But you see, this club, they're literally saying, "Oh, Enzo Fernandez, why are you remember the good we did for you the last time? Why aren't you repaying us back?" Hello, it's a football player. Football players' careers are short, bro. He's been at the club for 4 years, and you guys are not literally not doing anything to help him maybe win the Premier League or win the Champions League or something like that. We literally lost 8-3. Sorry, I know we not scored 3. 8-2 to PSG the other time, and now he's saying he's not like comfortable at the club, or he wants to win more. He's ambitious. He's a man. He has family. So him being ambitious, actually, I think it's okay. But I think we will later see. Like I will show you guys maybe the other part, like where the PR is beginning to become too much. But I will just try to remember and then I will tell you guys. And then now it wasn't only Enzo Fernandez. Look at this. Malo Gusto revealed that the players themselves were shocked when Enzo Maresca was relieved of his duty and put the deep in form since then down to the change of managers. Like, it's so obvious that the deep in form is caused by changing managers, like sudden changing managers. And as I've earlier said, I'm so happy that Malo Gusto and also now, sorry, Enzo Fernandez and also now Malo Gusto said that it, it was shocking. Like even as to me, I knew yes they were going to probably like maybe sack him or he's going to leave, but I felt like it's going to be like at the end of the season or towards the end of the season when we discovered that Champions League is already sure. Yes, Enzo Maresca was already having like some bad games. It was not like doing very well and stuff like that. But we know as a true Chelsea fan, I'm not in support of a manager who is not doing his core duties or managing like games very well. But let's be true to ourselves. Who are these players that Enzo Maresca is using? Like James cannot play 2 games in a week. Wesley Fofana cannot play 2 games in a week. Sanchez is okay, is on and off. Who again? Cole Odegaard is not on form. Pedro Neto is been smoking weed and doing some nonsense, cut back nonsense. Cannot take his man on. Garnacho was Garnacho is Garnacho. We all know Garnacho is off shit, bro. But those were the players this guy had. And Joao Pedro was seeming like he had a deep in form or something like that. Like he was not the player we used to know at the Club World Cup. So the club owners not identifying the need of Enzo Maresca, saying, "Oh, he's becoming too cocky, and maybe because he won 2 trophies last season, and now they had to chase him away or something like that." It's just showing you that these owners are not ready to take responsibility of what they cannot achieve by what they are doing. Literally, their projects cannot achieve anything. I would proudly say or boldly say that what we achieved last season was due to Enzo Maresca's tactical brilliance, tactical genius. Because if you look at it, at the PSG game, I don't do I was not yet in YouTube then, but like the game was literally down to Enzo Maresca. He literally outsmarted Luis Enrique. Back to also the Conference League final. Some people will say it's a Mickey Mouse trophy or it's a trophy, but it's still a trophy. You have to win the trophy in which you have to win the competition in which you are playing, and that's what we did. And it's down. It was down to Enzo Maresca because the first half we're losing. Sorry, not the first half. I think so. Yeah, maybe first half, we're losing 1-0 to Real Betis, and he made some changes. And I had some journalists, some people came on saying, some pundits kept on saying, "Oh, why didn't you use Rich James at the beginning of the match and stuff like that?" But the truth of the matter is, he did not use Rich James, but he discovered that, oh, I need to bring Rich James at this time, and he brought him. So all of these things, it still boils down to the owner, because I'm not in support of the owner any longer. Of this ownership any longer. It's becoming too much, too much, too much. Now, talking about Enzo Maresca leaving, look at what these people now said concerning Liam Rosino. Just look at this. All the signs are that Liam Rosino is working as collaboratively as expected at Chelsea. And the message coming out of Stamford Bridge is that Bluco are inclined to stick with him even if the season does not end in the Champions League qualification. By the way, how can they say that Bluco is going to stick with Liam even if we don't get Champions League qualification? Please, 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 please make this make sense. First of all, Enzo Maresca left us at the Champions League spot. Even we don't know if it's 4 or 5 Premier League players that go, but we're fifth, and he left us at that point. Secondly, Enzo Maresca asked for just one defender. He got sacked or he left. Liam Rosino came. They gave him that defender. Now, actually, thinking about it, I should not be too harsh about the management. But it is also a sense that this management or these ownerships, they are trying to cover their track and trying to say, oh, Enzo Maresca did not leave just because he wanted a defender. Can't you see now we've given Liam Rosino a defender? It's literally because they don't want us they don't want we fans to say that. They don't want people, pundits or the media to say things like, oh, but he asked for a defender and they've given Liam Rosino a defender. So that means he did not leave because of a defender. He left probably because of something else. Maybe he was not collaborating, as they've said, as you can see here. He was not collaborating. Sorry, I took it out. He was not collaborating as expected. Like, and there was some other period that was saying it was also because he was playing Cole Palmer too much when he was on injury. He was not collaborating with the medical team. Yes, I get the fact that he needs to collaborate with the medical team, but also this is this is like, players want to play football. Even we that, yes, I know it's about their career and stuff like that, and if you do things like that against the medical team, it could cause like detrimental things for you as med students. But still, yeah, I know. But even us, when we do play football here, our 5 aside, our 7 aside, our 10 aside, our 9 aside, you will discover that sometimes you would have like leg sprain and you hip to the field just because you want to play football and just because of the love to play football. So sometimes, and the fact that even Cole Palmer is one of the best players that we have at Chelsea, even though, yes, some people would say no, but even myself, sometimes I do say no because I don't really like the fact of the way he plays sometimes. But it's it's just very insane that you, now, because of everything Enzo Fernandez has been saying. Now, let's look at this. I'm not going to take the part, so I'm just going to scroll so we can see some things together. It says, should Chelsea remove Enzo Fernandez as vice captain? Why? You did not remove him when he was behaving as a racist, or when he was doing racism chant towards his French players, or French players when they won France in that I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, World Cup. Sorry, this thing I moved on about is some seasons back, and you did not strip him of his leadership then, or of his captain's armband, and now you are saying, should he be removed as vice captain? Hell no! He's one of the only vocal leaders that we have in the team. Rich James does not speak. Kukurela, yes, he speaks sometimes, but Chaluba, no. Wesley, even if Wesley speaks, he does not have the right to speak because with all of those nonsense he's playing, no, 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 no. Caicedo is like a can't is like a gentle guy. Joao Pedro has been showing some leadership skills, like he's been showing like he's really interested and he really wants people to play football and stuff like that. But bro, Enzo Fernandez cannot because if you see even against the PSG game, he literally shouted at what is the name of this nonsense guy? Philip Jorgensen, telling him, why are you still playing from the back when you can see you are under press and Caicedo is also under the press? Like, why? Even though the coach or the management or the coaching staff said you must play from the back, it makes no sense if you see a press or something, you being counter pressed, just like the PSG plays, you then say still play from the back, especially if you are playing it directly to the midfield. No sense. So Enzo Fernandez leadership skills to me is something I'm not saying it's the top of what we need at Chelsea right now, but it's there. It's it's right there because there's no other leaders in the team. We cannot even start talking about Tosin Adarabi or your no 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 no. We cannot even by their shell we cannot start talking about all of those guys. So Chelsea players have been if you see the next one, Chelsea players have been impressed by Enzo Fernandez leadership during the club's dramatic slump. What do you mean by Chelsea players? Bro, you are playing badly. Do me that I want to win. You then tell me that I'm shouting at you so much. Fuck off. Peace out. If you've never played football, you never know anything. If you see just even the way we shout at ourselves why we're playing five aside or something, just because we want to win, just because of the passion for the game or something like that, you can't tell me that the leadership of Enzo Fernandez is becoming all of these things are just PR. You're just throwing Enzo Fernandez under the under the whatever, and then telling him that maybe he has to leave now or he has to go or something like that. Bro, if Enzo Fernandez leaves, make sure to look out, watch out. Joao Pedro might even leave. You might think, oh, Joao Pedro just came last summer. Joao Pedro might begin to, hello, Barca, hello, Atletico, hello, because Griezmann has left Atletico now. So, hello, Atletico, Juventus, bro. Okay, okay. Now, so you're saying like he should not. He's the captain, bro. He's a vice captain. He's going to. Now he came on again to say this. Now let's look at this. You see, somebody that is a rage baiter, or as I am myself, and I know I'm a rage baiter, and let's just see this. Just look at this. By Fabrizio Romano at first. Enzo Fernandez, I will always tell my wife, Valo, that if I have to choose a city to live in Europe, I really like Madrid. It's very similar to Buenos Aires, also because of the food told Lucy TV. Now, it was not even on another stream. He literally had to tell somebody, probably in an interview or something like that. This is rich baiting. It's literally telling the club that I don't give a fuck about whatever you guys want to do. If you want to throw me under the bus, throw me. If you want to sell me, sell me. But you see, this is one thing that the owners want. Because they want, let me get you guys to look at me. This is one thing the owners want. They want the players to begin to throw themselves under the bus. And now they will come out with PR. I don't know if I can get the PR of what these ownerships are doing. I'm serious. They are literally coming out saying things like, oh, like I've said earlier, we supported Enzo Fernandez during the last time. Are you supposed to support the racist, by the way? But that's that. They will also say, they will also come out and say, yeah, we've discovered Enzo is is no more good. Is like becoming a black sheep. He has spoken against the project, and yeah, whatever. We don't want to sell him because he's still on a long contract. But if you want to bring a bid, bring it. Let's see. First of all, they will say, "Oh, he's untouchable," just like this Palmer is untouchable. But the truth of the matter is, if someone like a Manchester United or a Real Madrid or a Barcelona bring a bid 150, 100, I said 150, 150, what? Enzo Fernandez 180, you will see they will begin to send a lot of PRs and then begin to say, so Fernandez is at the edge of leaving. 80 is not enough. The player does not want to leave. If you increase your money, maybe just like the way Arsenal did for Madueke. Madueke did not want to leave. The club even said he's untouchable. But what did they do? When Arsenal came with a bid, I think Arsenal first came with a bid of around 40 something million or something, and then they said, no, it's not enough. Like we are not accepting that. Like this player does not want to leave, so like you guys either if you want him, you better pay, or if you don't want him, then the player is happy here. They're happy to leave any fucked up player at the team at the club. And then Arsenal had to be stupid enough to bring over 60 million or something with add-ons, and then these owners, even though as much as say you say they're monetary smart or they're business smart, it's just dumb because now a lot of information has come out to say we don't have any money again. But Chelsea has spent a lot of money, and by the way, I think they spent over 60 million with for agent fees because of over like 600 transfer worth of transfers. That's including about like 30 something players. Bro, these owners just have to go. Now, this is what this person now said by CFC Daily. We are pathetic if he has the handbag again this season. I don't care if it's a power play for your contract. If I was a player, I'd be looking for an exit this summer too, but it's better to go down the Cucurella route. By the way, the Cucurella route, I would show you guys. But let me just quickly say something about this. It says we are pathetic if he has the handbag again this season. Is that what I said? Is that what he said? Bro. Yes, in by chance, yes, you can say we could be pathetic, but even though yes, it's dancing literally. I don't want to say it literally, but it's of Real Madrid, and bro, I don't give a about it because if he wears the armband, if he does not wear the armband, which was racist, he wore the armband. When he was not, he still wore the armband. So even if he's trying to leave the club right now, even though yes, I love the club and I'm not I don't value a player, but look at the state of the club right now. If I was a player of Chelsea right now, I would also be looking for a move to Barcelona. Yeah, like Barcelona, but to a move to PSG. That's also that's also funny. But still, like maybe to Italy. But these people don't know what God has done for them. Let me look for the Cucurella the statement, and we'll see why he said he should go down the Cucurella's path. Now, look at what Cucurella said. The moment Maresca left, it had a big impact on us. These are decisions taken by the club. If you asked me, I would not have made this decision to make a change like that. The best thing is to wait until the end of the season. You would give everyone, the players and the new manager, time to get ready, have a full preseason. The stability around the club comes from this. In a nutshell, where the caretaker, blah, 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 then a new manager. He went on to say things like, before I say the part where they are disappointed in him, but this is this is literally what is happening at the club. Like, this is literally what is happening at the club. Like, it's unstable. The club is unstable, and Maresca was the only one trying to bring that kind of 6-7 to the team or to the club and try to make you guys these two Oh yes, it's back. So still, you try to. It says this is literally true. Like it's literally what is happening at the club. It's unstable. So if further went on to say this, now look at this. You always think about coming back to Spain. I'm very happy there at Chelsea in London. And so is my family. I'll leave it for a few years from now. So now, the instability at the club, whatever he said, has come out. And then he just said plain blank as it's supposed to be, right? It's unstable. If he was the one who would not have sacked Enzo Maresca, he wouldn't have made Enzo Maresca leave. But he still went on to say if he was going to come back to Spain, he could or he would, and it will be Barcelona. But right now, he's happy at the club Chelsea. This is something that every fan wants. But let's be true to ourselves. We don't want to sugarcoat anything. Just like the way, yes, I'm in Nigerian, and I would have to bring it into this. We don't have to sugarcoat anything these leaders are doing because every time they want to put PR, public, like they prefer spending money on PR than doing the right thing. And I think at this point we need to calculate what is the difference in paying people like $20 million or 10 million or 20 million naira or 50 million naira. I'm not mistaking this. I'm just putting Chelsea and Nigeria here, like to show you guys like what's like the similarity and to tell you that it's bad because you pay money for PR when you can just address the situation and try to do something. I don't get it. I don't get it. So this is why the guy was saying, "Oh, it's better Enzo Fernandez had gone the right route, and then he should have gone the Cucurella route and say, oh, maybe he's still happy at Chelsea, but he's not happy. Who will be happy when you are at the club at 4 years already? You've been lied to that okay, we are going to win the Champions League, we are going to win the Premier League in so amount of years, and now okay, maybe the so amount of years have not come, but to the build up of the amount of years, who are the players you are bringing in? The Gittins, Genacho, Hato, hey, I don't want to say Estevan because Estevan is quite good, but all these players, even Joao Pedro, all these players are not supposed to be at that level of something. So like I don't get I he does not get it. I also do not get it. Even though yes, I understand that this ownership, what do they want? They want just profit. And literally gambled the football business wrong. Because they've probably thought, oh, if we buy this player for like 2 million or like 50 or let's say 30 million, which club is he at? Is at Chelsea, and because it's at Chelsea, Chelsea is a big club. And when people want to come and buy him, they will probably want to evaluate it at 60 or 50, and you have that 20 million. This is what they did because 2 billion spent, and there's literally no profit. We are in debt. Chelsea is in big debt. And now, this is what the owners say. Chelsea owners will be disappointed with Cucurella's comments, but what he said isn't new. It reflects what many fans and former players already feel. The difference now is it's coming from inside the dressing room from a senior player. Well said. This thing to add to that because that's just the way it is. And by the way, Mikel Obi, I don't know if you guys know the Obi One's podcast, but Obi literally said it's the way it is. Mikel, sorry, he literally said it the way it is meant to be. You can literally watch the podcast. You can literally, he said it the way he's supposed to. And by the way, before I forget also, um, in case you don't know, and I don't know who this just this is what he said. Rosina talking about my players after 5 minutes at Chelsea FC. Who does he think he is? Enzo and Cucurella already questioning his future, but fans will still blame the players instead of the board. Like, that was what Mikel said. This is so true. Like, Rosino is criticizing Enzo Fernandez. Like, who are you? Like, who the are you to come out and say Enzo Fernandez, I've talked to Enzo Fernandez and I've discovered that he's quite happy, still happy at the club and he still wants to play for me. You know, the people who wants to play for him are not, they are not this. They are not. Because if you, we can see it. Probably maybe Andre Santos, Hato, maybe one or two or three, but they are not. They are not. So to come and they behave like you are Jose Mourinho or Pep Guardiola or Luis Enrique or one of all those top coaches, then is not it at all. It's not it. And also there was Jason Conde saying something. I respect Jason so much because yes, I watch him. I don't know if you guys would know him, but Jason Conde, I don't know if it's Conde or Conde or Conde or Conde or Conde. He's coming out to blame Cucurella for what he said. And then he said Cucurella is part of the problem. I I would like to see if I can find the statement of what he said. Uh, but how is Cucurella our problem when the model is whatever you put there? Okay, just have said in one of my videos, a bad, I don't want to say bad egg, but a bad apple and a good apple. If you put two of them together, the bad will start becoming bad. And it's not just because of that's the way it's supposed to be, but it's because of that's the way it's supposed to be. And by the way, you are not even meant to blame Cucurella out of everybody. Cucurella out of everybody, he already gets the most hate, and apart from getting the most hate in the team or in the club, is literally someone that literally puts his line on the like puts everything in a match. You cannot say Cucurella is good, maybe tactically. You cannot say he's good dribbling. You cannot say he's good with heading. You cannot say he's good with shooting and stuff like that. But one thing you know is he will put all of his energy in every match he's playing. So you're coming out to put Cucurella on there. This is like, by the way, Jason, he needs to. Oh, I got it. Let me show you guys. CFC Daily. Is a player you are paid to play football. Keep your mouth shut. This is blatant disrespectful. By the way, we respect you, Jason, right? We respect you, but looking at what you are doing, because I've been watching some of your videos and I've been watching some of your videos, I've been watching some of your things, and I've noticed you are not ready to call out the ownership as the way it is. And it also seems like you are not ready to put this ownership and to tell them that they should do the right thing. Yes, I know probably maybe you're getting gigs from them because yes, you do the commentating and stuff like that. You do some Chelsea news and Chelsea media time and stuff like that. But still, you don't need to mess with our intelligence or try to play or toy with our intelligence, because we obviously know what is going wrong. And then you coming out to put Cucurella or tell Cucurella he should fucking do his job or he should keep his mouth shut. Why not you keep your own mouth shut or tell us the right thing or say the right thing about who and who is doing the wrong thing at the club? Because the ownership is obviously the one doing the wrong thing, because they are not. You cannot tell me that this model that they are trying to do is Good. Even if they buy in young players 2 seasons ago, let these young players grow together, or let them play something, or let them milk together. You can't begin to sell five of them and bring another seven and sell 10 and bring another two. Like, Jason, please, you need to do better because we respect you so much as a Chelsea former player, as also defender and also a pundit and stuff like that. Because you do say this right thing at sometimes, but this time around, uh, we don't agree with you. We don't agree with you. So, uh, I just literally wanted to show you guys some little things, and maybe I should also do the preview right now because yeah, why should I wait? There's no too much to analyze. I'll go to for the team that I want because these are type of games that scare me a lot because look at Chelsea against all these big teams. It's if you look at Chelsea against big teams, sorry, I say big teams. If you look at Chelsea against small teams, it's not it at all. Like now, versus Portville, I expect a win. I expect a win, and not just any win. I expect a well convincing win because some players have had time to rest, some international duty, but they did not play as much. Rich James has had time to rest, and I think it was only Malogusto that played a lot of time minutes. Lavia rested. Caicedo also played sometimes. Joao Pedro also played. Chuchu there. Pablo played some minutes. Sanchez was resting. Cucurella I think played some little minutes and some. I agree with those minutes because it keeps them fit. Now,